Ahead of the rematch, Crocker Donovan, me and Tony Bellew are sitting and discussing the first fight. On the night, we was on two sides of the coin with opposing opinions on how the fight went. Now we're gonna sit and talk and see how we think this one's gonna go. Crocker Donovan, the rematch. Tone, I think there's no denying that Donovan was the man in this fight, was there?
I think he bosses it. I think he's thrown more. He's thrown more shots. That's quite clear for everyone to see. He's more accurate. You can see Andy Lee and him have thought about this. They never go back more than 2 steps at once. And it's quite simple. If you're out punching someone every round and pushing them back, you can't lose rounds. I say this all the time. It's not hard to score a fight. Donovan is landing more than Crocker and he's stepping forward. I agree the head goes in a few too many times, but when you've got a style like Crocker's got, which is hands up and lean forward and walk in, you can't really avoid his head. You want to get close, don't you, and throw inside wick, but he can't because Crocker's gloves just cover his face.
And that, says Marcus McDonald, is the last warning for Paddy Donovan.
I don't think there was any arguments from anyone in the arena, anyone at home, from us, that Donovan was the superior fighter. For me, Donovan put his head in a way where it weren't only like a defence, it weren't only like an attack, really it was a foul. I think when you move from out of range and instead of leading with a hand, you're leading with your head, putting it in for a break of space, to me that's the dark arts of boxing. Look, every time he's coming in, he's putting his head down there again, putting his head down, he's getting warned again, and the damage, a lot of it was done from not only the punches that he was landing, look, the points getting taken off.
So we see in round 6, he takes the point. Donovan is the one who's more at fault, which I agree with, but Crocker is not innocent in here because he's putting it into. If you see, Donovan's head when he leans in, it goes over his front knee.
But he stops there. He doesn't stop
it goes
on
in
Donovan's head, and then it's so Donovan punching, then look, elbow, shoulder in, punch, and then in a minute, the head's gonna go back in, and he's the one. Donovan's the one coming from out of range, in control, moving to a stationary target with his head, and then coming back out. And I think great tactics, and it gave him a lot of space, and it allowed him to look at the elbow there. You'd be fuming if someone done that to you.
100%. But we all do it because we all want to move a fighter away and push them away like this. I've threw elbows, and I've threw elbows to hit people. And when you're throwing out, your body comes through, and you land the hook. With something like that, it's very easy to just touch him, and I don't think he walloped him there with his elbow, he just literally touches him. We're now in round 8, and now Marcus McDonald's given another warning.
And this is a danger zone for Paddy Donovan.
How he didn't change slightly at this point and start taking these things he's getting warned out for, when he's been getting away with it throughout the fight, and a lot of damage, in my opinion, was caused on Crocker's face from these sort of tactics. He's way up on the scorecards, his man's half beaten really. He could have danced around the back of the rope and we wouldn't even need the rematch.
His whole demeanour.
He takes a good shot.
The response from Donovan with a second point deducted. He goes on the attack, and Crocker is a beleaguered opponent at this stage.
Got to give him his due here. He's being brave as anything, Crocker.
Swinging for glory. Fighting right to the last is Lewis Crocker.
There goes the bell, boom.
Yeah.
And for me, it's the 2 shots came after the bell started, and the last one came after the bell. And as you know, no matter how in the fight you are, when that bell goes, you know it's coming and you know it's gone.
Disqualified!
He has disqualified Paddy Donovan. If that was an isolated incident, without the points taken and points taken, if that's an isolated incident, I don't think he's getting the same reaction. The bell was dun-dun-dun, and then one of the best punches he threw in the fight landed.
Yeah, it's late. There's no denying that. He's obviously let this get to him emotionally and mentally. Got throwing that punch at that stage in the fight with the belt, it's reckless.
That is a liberty, I think. And as you know, as a fighter,
why isn't the referee? The referee hears the klaxon. Why isn't the referee in between them, Sonny? Why isn't the referee? Because every good referee I see, when this bell goes, he hears the klaxon And the ref...
And he's not even on the screen right now. He's not on the camera.
It's poor.
The bell's gone and he's
hears
off
the
camera.
klaxon. He knows there's 10 seconds. So at that stage, he knows there's 3 or 4 seconds left, barely. And he's not in there to go and jump in. You see all the good referees, they jump in the way of fire. I don't have as much empathy towards Paddy now after watching that as I did, because I felt sorry for him on the night, I thought, but that's really late.
But we felt sorry for him because he was way up. If he did that when he was losing, say if he'd lost every round and then he'd done that,
you'd call him a coward.
You call him a coward, get disqualified, get out the ring. But for me, if he didn't...
To do that when you know you're in control is silly.
I think he was thrown out as, okay, you've done too many infractions of the rules. Get out of my boxing ring. That's what that energy felt like to me, and I feel like as much as I thought Donovan was way up, way in control, completely bossing the fight, I still think the incidents throughout the fight to get there, I don't even think that they was completely commanded. I don't think the fight only went that way because of it. But I think he didn't take control of himself.
I just think it's madness. I don't know, a fighter reacts and responds like that, in my opinion, that's desperation.
Yeah.
So was he tired?
But he didn't look like it though. The punches didn't look like it.
It suggests that he was.
Yeah.
It's a desperate tactic to hit the boy that late. And I get you're in the heat of the moment. You'll probably claim he didn't hear the bell. We all hear the klaxon. That's my opinion. Looking back at it, it's all well and good in hindsight.
Yeah.
I also look back on hindsight and think, what was your game plan for Crocker?
I was surprised, to be honest, to see Crocker take this fight and stay with Billy Nelson.
Well, I don't, to be fair to Billy, I don't know if the job's been done, but what I do know is he didn't change his tactics.
Yeah.
And what I didn't get from the corner on the night when we're listening in
was urgency.
No urgency. And that's the one thing. When you're losing a fight, you need urgency in a corner to change it up, make your attitude change, your whole demeanour has to change because you're the one who's losing. And I didn't get that from him.
Unless it was a masterstroke. There could have been half a play of keep doing what you're doing and he's going to get disqualified. There's enough time in this fight, keep doing what you're doing.
That's a mad tactic.
But if it is a tactic, it's a stroke of genius. They got the rematch and they was the winner from the first fight.
I mean, that's a really shitty way to win. Does any fighter ever want to win by disqualifications?
No, but sometimes desperate times call for desperate measures, and it looked like if they stood and boxed each other, Crocker wouldn't have had a chance.
When he does that, when Paddy takes that option, he to me is the desperate man.
But he just put Crocker down. It's like he wanted to get him out there. Maybe it was the fanfare finish he wanted.
It's just mad to think that he's in such dominant control of the fight and he throws it away with a punch after the bell. Going into the rematch now, I believe we have to see big differences from Crocker, not so much from Donovan. I think we have to see
him clean himself up.
Less infringements of the rules.
Because apart from that, he boxed on song, really.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of people were devastated in the controversy because of how ahead he was and how clear he was winning.
Look at this scene in round 8. He's picking them apart.
My question for you, Tony, is who would you rather be going into the rematch?
Oh.
You got the winner, you got the loser, but...
Do we ever class someone as a winner when you've won by DQ?
It's on the record.
Of course.
It's in the book.
It's on the record, but I've never won a fight by DQ.
Me either.
And I'd never want to.
But I never lost one either.
No, same, but I'd rather... 100% I want to be Donovan going into the rematch, because I'm in control of the fight. Yes, the infringements are bad, and it is after the bell. All that screams out to me is panic.
From my perspective, coming for a 20-year fight career, amateurs, pros, I never had a point taken off. Let alone get disqualified, let alone get 3 points taken off and a disqualification in 8 rounds.
No, I've never been disqualified, same here. How many years of fighting, I've never been disqualified. I've had points off, and I've done things on purpose as well. I've elbowed people.
And that's when you got the points taken off?
Yeah, so I have done it. And yeah, but as for this rematch, I mean, I think we've touched on already, but I'm amazed Crocker has stayed where he is. With a game plan like that game plan is criminal. After watching that, I'm even more excited for the fight this week. Crocker Donovan 2, the rematch, the stakes are bigger, the IBF world title on the line. I'm excited, Tony, are you? Can't wait. The first fight was really good, regardless of who you think's winning and what you think of the result. It was a really good fight. You know, both fights were giving everything they possibly had. And I'm excited for the rematch. which throws even more expectation and drama into this. There's now the IBF world title at stake. Ireland is going to get a world champion again.